Star Trek Lower Decks Review Season 2, Episode 8. Borg, baby.
Borg, baby.
Borg, babies.
Oh. Wait.
Did you watch the
How
wrong
did I
episode?
watch the... Yes, but how?
What?
Because I literally checked the episode before it. I watched that. That's the one we were just watching. And so I watched the next episode.
Okay, to be clear. The episode that this is when they had to do that, like that they switched places training
Okay,
thing.
yeah, as soon as you told me Borg, baby, I know what episode it is.
Okay.
But, like, that wasn't the episode.
Cause I went on the YouTube channel and I checked the last one I did, which episode 7, and then I just went on the link you gave me and I went to episode 8. Do you at least remember enough of this episode?
Yeah, I remember in the basic plot and everything, but how?
Uh,
Did you check after Sunday? Check what after Sunday? The YouTube channel? The episode number. Cause, bruh.
eh. Well, as long as you know the episode, it should be good.
Yeah. I'm thinking Dex watched a different one too.
I hope not.
Or he watched the same one as you, and for some reason they're not in the right order on my phone because those are exactly what I uploaded to my Dropbox, so that's weird.
Life can be funny that way.
Because I went through and I'm like, okay, so that's the last one we watched, the one with the crazy with Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
And so the next one after that was going to be the one I watched, which was Wedge Douche, which means 3 ships.
Ah. Eh. Blah. But
But seeing as how I have seen the one you were talking about, we could talk about that one.
that's good because we'd have to skip it otherwise. Because then I'd take a review all by myself. Well, I mean, talking about myself, Dex is still here technically.
Yeah.
Uh, um, it doesn't shock me. Boimler would keep on trying again and again until he got a perfect score.
And his perfect score is what saved them.
It was like again, 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 again.
99.9. God damn it, I gotta try again. Completely oblivious to the chaos ensuing around them.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Boiler may be like weird at times, but he is a very competent person.
He is.
He's like I would probably have him on my side in a fight.
Yeah. He's a bit mousy,
Yeah.
a bit of a pushover.
More than a bit.
depending on who he's with. He's a total pushover for his buddies, but
I I gotta say though, the Mirrorverse confuses me.
why?
So everybody's supposed to be like their opposite self, right?
Hmm.
Yet for the most part, they kind of act the same as their counterparts. Like the head security officer is still very loud and very violent.
Okay, first of all, those were programmed
Oh,
situations.
I know, but they're supposed to be like accurate program situations.
But second of all, the thing with that is kind of like how in the unit audio,
Ah,
you still had Josh and Osgood together and you still had similar characteristics, just they were morally corrupt.
so as Dex
Because
said, the
Walter Whit-
morality is switched, not
yeah.
down to the personality.
Well, you see, the whole thing is they're alternate timelines. They are parallel universes where something changed, inherently changed, which altered the course of time. Which, based on that concept, you would think they aren't actually the same characters because, some of them wouldn't be born considering that the change that caused the
One of them is.
flip. Exactly. Um, that caused the flip would have inherently caused at least one of them not to be born, but probably ends up being a background character or something for the sake of this.
True.
But yeah. And the fact that they're all in the same ship together, even though, you know, all this other stuff happened, would be a bit. But it's the nature versus nurture debate.
Yeah.
Whereas your environment does determine certain things, so does your actual identity, like what you were born to be. And in the Mirrorverse, there's the Terran Empire, and Earth completely dominated instead of becoming a united federation of planets.
Yeah.
So, in that scenario, what would those characters be? In an environment of basically, if they were all raised Klingon, because let's face it, that's kind of how the Klingons are, what kind of person would they be?
Yeah. Well, they always end up going to the right universe out of the multitudes that happens to line up.
Probably because they're parallel, they're closest. It'd be like us going to the stars. We'd end up going to Alpha Centauri because that's the closest.
I mean, technically the sun's probably closest, but I don't see us going there.
I mean solar system,
Ah.
not the actual sun, because we're not stupid.
Hmm.
Most
No.
of us.
No, just go during the wintertime at nighttime. It's cooler.
This is supposed to.
I'm kidding. Don't take that seriously, anybody. I'm kidding.
This, the, this phone is supposed to be able to work anywhere in the solar system. Well, that explains it. The sun is going down. Anywhere.
Let's see. Yeah, I had something. I lost it. Tindy likes pesto.
Mine.
I like pesto.
Huh?
I like pesto. Tindy likes pesto. We all like
Pes-
pesto.
I like Alfredo better.
Alfredo's good too. Both good.
It's cheesy.
Both yummy.
It's creamy and cheesy.
I know, right?
It's cheesy like me.
Honestly, I kind of want a replicator now so I can just have all I can eat pizza.
Oh my gosh.
It becomes
You don't need it. But I would like a replicator.
that would become so sad. Oh, um, uh,
Like a replicator and a matter recycler.
aren't they the same thing? No, I guess
Well,
not.
it's kind of like you know, one is what you do to break down the molecules, and the other is what you use to build up the molecules.
Wonder why they restrict the recipe list in the first place. I understand the amount restricting for younger officers. So they don't get too fat on junk food? I actually have no idea.
Um,
Maybe it's a privilege thing. It's like, hey, you've done such a good job. You can have chocolate ice cream.
no, because you could have chocolate ice cream anytime.
I know. I'm just saying in general. It's like the better they do. It's like, here, we're gonna unlock more stuff. Here's some caviar.
Ew, caviar is disgusting.
Or maybe more advanced things take like more like power output or something, so they don't really want to waste the power on instants or something.
Or, it's just certain things have other requirements, like the amount of matter it takes to make them, or the fact that, smoking indoors is bad, so imagine how bad it is to have incense. And so they only allow it for religious purposes, as opposed to, I want to make the entire ship smoky. That's probably why it's restricted, because somebody did just that, like, or that episode of the Orville where they started smoking and smoked up the entire ship.
Now, uh, no, they deserve a pay raise for being left out in the middle of the universe. Just, hey, we got a distress call. We're just gonna ditch you now. 6 hours later. See, we're all laughing about it now. Now, okay. I get Mariner not checking out the boots. That's her thing. That's what she does. I'm kind of surprised that Boimler didn't check his out.
Yeah.
Tendi, I could kind of see maybe absent-minded a little bit, but the Boimler,
Boimler is so anal.
yeah,
You'd think he was gay.
yeah. The crew would have been like this. Oh shit! Hey, looks like Boimler's still out there with the Magnet boots. I did a little part though. We're getting a distress call from people in a time loop. We're getting it again. We're getting it again. And again. She might have been pushing them out the door. It'll be fine. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Ah.
We have to do another check. That's enough checks.
Now, what was the what type of alien was that? I forget the one that could jigsaw her body parts.
Jigsaw her body parts?
As in attach and reattach them.
Okay, it has been a while since I saw the episode.
She's kind of green. She could like, a Pandorian. That name kind of makes sense actually. Yeah, she was the one who could like move her head. Pandronian? Yeah, she could like remove her head separately from her body and also like her torso and stuff. Which which makes me wonder, like what's the range that she can do that? Because I'm just thinking, Captain, you're needed at the bridge. I'll be there in a moment. I'm using the restroom. You just see her head floating through the hallway back to the bridge. I mean, that'd be pretty useful. It's like, Captain, where's yours? Don't mind it. No. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is someone's kink. Uh, now I do wonder if this alien was only introduced in the cartoon or if it's actually being seen like in the live action. Because that'd be interesting doing the live action. That'd be some weird CGI.
Not that weird.
Eh,
They've been removing limbs since.
well, removing limbs is one thing, but removing them and having them animate.
Eh,
I
you
mean,
just
yeah,
have
they've done
somebody.
it.
You just have a green screen sleeve, and then somebody else with the green screen body with just their arm showing.
Yeah, true. But remember, Star Trek didn't used to be that advanced. And Dexys don't think she has. Uh, hey, I'm gonna get fired.
Going,
Huh?
huh?
And I was like, oh hey, I'm gonna get fired from my job because it's too easy for everybody. So I'm gonna choose the worst ship to fail, and I'm also gonna rig it.
Yeah.
Which which is funny. If all the things are rigged except for the horse thing, because she ran out of time. Boiler is a lot better than like if it wasn't rigged, he probably would have got like 100 right away.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's rigged to fail, and Boimler still.
Uh, oh, what the hell? Wait, did I die? Uh, wait. Hello?
Hello, you guys hung up.
No, it just dropped the call on us. Like first Dex disappeared, and then you disappeared, and just the call just dropped. What the hell,
Cause
Skype?
ooh,
Okay, let me
yeah.
well, my stream's still running. That looks good.
So I was going through like the IMDb for a refresher, although it didn't really help because that's the basis that I know of this episode. There's a picture of the doc and um the chief of security sleeping on a bunk all cuddled together, and it's so weird
Aw.
because the cat is just laying on his butt.
I, I do love it. It's like, hey, call it. Time of life, 0900. Yeah, I remember that. It's like, I want an honorable death. There's too many organs. Oh. Okay. I just have to say yes. I know it was censored. Okay. I am. Thank God it was censored. But Boimler spread eagle is something I did not want to see. It's like, oh dear God. They remember that drill spot keeps going. But God, yeah, that I don't think I could do that naked one because no, thank you. Although she did have the right approach, I would have done the exact same thing and opened the airlocks and sent everybody out to space. Space. Oh, what else?
Uh, it's the final frontier.
It is. Oh, and hey, he was so looking forward to sacrificing himself to save everybody else by going into the warp core that blew up.
Yeah.
I love how that one guy's like, this shouldn't be that hard. Like, shush. I don't know. That time with Chief of Security on the bridge had very you energy, lol. Oh, shush. I mean, yes, that's very true, but still, shush. Uh, let's see. Mariner did the Wild West. Got beat up by a horse. Did the Naked One. Did the Mirrorverse. And that's about it. She probably did others that we didn't see, though.
Yeah.
Well, now I know how to get a passing grade. Just scare the shit out of my teacher. Simple as that. Hey, teacher, we're gonna go into a black hole.
Hmm.
Now, do Borgs actually have babies?
Yes. Well, there are babies taken from species and raised in incubators. We have seen these in Voyager.
Okay,
I've
okay.
seen them in TNG. I don't remember, but we definitely seen them in Voyager when they went to the Borg ship to try to get a new neural implant for Seven,
Ah,
and they found the nursery.
ah. And there's
They have
a
they have incubators instead of they have incubators where these baby kitty babies Borgs are.
uh, and they have a Borg queen called
Well, yes,
Borglina.
yeah, they of course they have a Borg queen. They've always had a Borg queen. In fact, the Borg queen once hit on Data. I mean, he is fully functional and anatomically correct,
That is
but
very true. And rib for your pleasure. So long. Yeah. Now, so I guess like the Borg hive mind is just like her then, since it's like a collective.
no, it is literally everybody's mind collected together and controlled.
Ah,
Hers is included.
ah. So she's more of a figurehead queen. Ooh, now I kind of want to see a Borgified.
Oh, they did exist, the Pendronians but in the animated series back in the 60s.
Keep on forgetting there's animated series back then.
Yeah, with an animated series starring Kirk and Spock and all them.
Oh, nice.
That was kind of a sequel to the original series.
Ah. It's like, they put implants in my ear. They put it in your ear, dear. They didn't put the implants anywhere else. Yeah, the only problem I would have like with the instant sleeping quarters is no blankets.
No, they have blankets.
Oh, I'm just sorry. I was looking at the picture you sent, and I didn't see any. Well, there's no flat screen TV on top of the roof they could stare at while you're going to sleep.
Nope, not unless you replicated one.
Okay, now here, I just realized something.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, you could theoretically, replicate anything, right? But
Yep.
at the same time, there's probably a size limit. Unless you had like a giant ass replicator that could like replicate you like 100-inch plasma screen TV.
Technically, you could using using the transporter. You can convert the transporter into a replicator.
Interesting.
Because that's technically what the transporter is. It breaks down. Well, there are industrial replicators, though, yeah. But okay, you know how we have clocks now, and we know everybody basically knows how they work, blah blah blah. But it's still fun to make a clock out of a potato sometimes. For
I've never done that. I kind of want to do it sometime.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with using a transporter to make a replicator. It's MacGyvering it for the sake of MacGyvering it.
Yeah. They should just build a giant one and just replicate a bunch of Starfleet ships.
I think a Starfleet ship is too complex. Plus, they need the material to replicate into the ship, so they would have to break down a ship to build a new ship.
Yeah, true.
Because that material has to come from somewhere.
I thought the material just came from the dead clones, the dead replicator clones that never made it. Kidding. Let's see. Gotta say those ships are very well built to survive a black hole and whatever that crystalline creature was. I got nothing. Anybody have anything to add to this lovely episode?
Apparently the Pandronians are a colony creature, or are colony creatures rather than one person that separates their body.
Oh, that's why she was talking like that.
Yeah. So, as colony creatures, Pandronians existed as a cooperative beings made up of discrete organisms. Consequently, the concept of an individual held a unique meaning for Pandronians, who referred to the colony as this one instead of the more expected I used by most humanoid species. The separate organisms that constituted the unique Pandronian may have also, over the course of time, disassembled and reassembled with other creatures, creating new colonies and effectively terminating the existence of previously unique Pendronians.
So what you're
So, so imagine your arm getting bored of you and leaving and going on to somebody else's body.
saying is they're a living Mr. Potato Head.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Okay then. Oh, it's funny. I was wondering why they were talking like that. It's like this one, or it's like that's
Yeah.
a weird way. Wait, was that made like? Shit.
And apparently they're born in eggs.
Is that like talking in second person or third person?
Second person if you're still talking to somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
So first person is speaking of yourself.
Yeah.
I did this. And I believe it still counts as first person, whether you're saying I did this to you or I did this to somebody else in reference, you know?
Okay.
Second person is you did this, you did that. Third person is I, third person is they did that with them.
Okay. I think there's also like a fourth person. I think. I may be wrong.
No, that's just the voices in your head.
Yeah. Well, my voices in my head tell me that I'm cute.
Yeah, your voices are wrong.
Oh yeah. There's a fourth person. Well, kind of. Fourth person, uncountable grammar. A variety of the third person, sometimes used for indefinite reference.
There are 5 types of perspective.
Oh, that's it. 5? Goddamn. Such
In
as
fact, there are only 5 types of narrative point of view: first person, second person, third person omniscient, third person limited, and third person objective. So there's actually 3 points of view, not 4, but the third point of view is separated into 3 parts.
Well, I think that sums up this episode.
Yep.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to our lovely channel. That is beautiful and lovely and majestic. Anyways, goodbye. Okay.